So when you take that scraper down, Ken, off the ramp, you still have to lift up the front.
Good morning and welcome to the, I've lost track, the second to last draw of the Francis Dykes Bonspiel. This morning, your operators and commentators, I'm Judy Rackison and joined
And we're going to have a game between Philadelphia 2 and Broomstones 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
got
people
it.
can hear us. So that's our feature sheet. Ice is ready. Everyone is just
Filing out and handshakes and getting ready to start the game, taking their practice slides. The Philadelphia 2 team is skipped by Sean Boyle. Vice is Pat Capella. Second is John Moylan. And lead is Mark D'Souza. Broomstone's 2 team is Enriquez Rimkus, is the skip. The vice is Scott McLeod. The second is Dick Dawson. And the lead is Jim Wheeler. We're hoping to give everybody watching a good show, a good game. And remember, this is the B event semifinal. So the team that wins this game is going to be playing at, is it 12 or 12:30?
I think it's 12:30, but we'll
be playing the final. The
figure that
losers of these games are out. We also have games on all the other sheets. A, C, and D also have games. On sheet A, we have the C event, Potomac 2 playing against Bucks County 3. On sheet C, we have Plainfield 2 playing Albany 1. That's a C event semifinal. And the other B event semifinal is on sheet D. It's between Ardsley and Potomac 6. The winner of this game is going to play the winner of the sheet D. And the winner of sheet A is going to play the winner of sheet C in the C event final.
So Enrique, I just checked that the final is at noon.
The final is at noon. Okay.
So two of these, well, the winners of all of these games have a doubleheader and be playing.
Yeah, but they have a short break between that. And the games at noon are going to be 10 ends. These are 8 ends.
That certainly helps.
So Mark threw his first rock. Looks like a pretty good guard. It's not on the center line, but it's pretty close to the house.
It's in. Yeah,
it's a biter. Oh, wow.
So we will be keeping you up to date on scores on the other sheets, and if this game ends early, we'll switch to the other sheets. But if you want more of an update on a particular sheet, just give us a comment in the chat window. Or have any other input, please feel free to put a comment in the chat window.
Yeah, we like to keep this interactive, so if you write on the chat window, we look at it, and
we'll try to
we can answer any questions, or if you have any commentary, or just cheer your team on. We can see that Michael Shaw is already cheering on the Philadelphia team. Thanks for tuning in, Michael.
Come on, all the way. Come on.
Broomstones puts one in the house. Past the T line, so let's see what the choice for the Philadelphia.
Right here.
Trying to draw behind the guard.
You seem to motion right next to the guard.
So put another guard there.
I guess.
Make a double wall.
There's a question, who's the skip of Potomac 6? That's Kirk Medland.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Potomac teams. I think there were 9, so.
We always have a lot of local teams when we host it here. Very close to the button there.
It's like
just a little heavy.
Just fighting back 4.
Stone's going for the hit on that last rock that was placed by Philadelphia. It's Jim's second rock.
Yes! Yeah, Tycho go. Tycho!
It's curling a lot.
Yes! Go then, Andy. Roll it in.
It's a little bit light for that line.
Yeah! Yes! Nice shot. Up.
Well, they moved around that one in the front.
4 rocks thrown, 4 rocks in the house.
Really good line, Dave. Four's good. Three's not bad.
No one seems that interested in guards this morning so far.
Just get them in the house. Try to get closer than your opponent.
Guards are useful, though.
Whoa. All right, let it work. It's got to work. Yeah, yeah.
Well, he wants this one in front and one that's in the back and the forefoot. But it's not curling much. Stone's trying to hit the shot rock there.
Yes, you gotta go.
That's Dick Dawson's shot. His first round.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Looks a little wide. Yeah, just a gentle nudge there.
Wow. It was light enough that it looked like it was going to curl, but it didn't.
It's the first down. I guess they're still figuring out the ice this morning.
And they also, yeah, this sheet on that side tends to run a little bit straighter than other lanes, especially on light hits. I think you can give the foot, a foot and a half, but it just runs very straight, curls maybe an inch or two.
Yes.
Oh no, that's actually really nice. Yeah,
There's still a gap there.
but it's
narrow.
It's narrow.
Yeah.
They're
It's
much-
worth a try because even
Well,
if you
they're-
miss the back one, you're still going to hit the front one.
And they're all count well. The one in the 8-foot certainly counting.
This is okay too.
It's hard to tell which rock is third. If it's that yellow in the back 12 or the red in the front 12.
Rimka's calling for Dick Dawson to take it out.
Looks like they're going through that port.
Way wide. Yes. Higher wide. Yes.
And this one is curling, but that's the other side of the sheet. Just nudge the red. More meat on that first red would have been better, or completely missing it and taking the back one would have been better. That's not
Going right in between doesn't help anybody.
With red again, trying to put a light, maybe a guard, maybe a drop at the top of the house.
So as has been a popular conversation through this entire Bonspiel, there's some pretty fantastic pants on on this sheet. There's American flag curling pants, and there's also pineapple curling pants. So everybody is taking inspiration, I guess, from the Norway Olympic team.
Yeah, and also in the house, there's a splash of color there. Sean
Oh, yes.
pants. Yeah.
Can't tell exactly what the pattern is, but yeah, something colorful. The cameras don't quite do it justice.
Yes, line.
Some interesting stripes over on sheet C as well.
Yes. Whoa.
As well as sheet A, there's also some.
Hold it there. Yes. Third. Come on. Not terrible. Third. Up.
Sorry about that.
Hit the
Little
red.
glitch right there.
Hit the red, but didn't get rid of it. Just caromed around and parked behind that bunch of two rocks in the back of the forefoot. Giving red another chance to guard their rocks in the house. Red now sitting 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Wait. Up.
Gotta wait for that to curl. Maybe help the curl a little bit at the end.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, that directional sweeping. Try to keep it off.
Bring it over. You guys got it. Hard.
Looks like it's a little bit light too.
Keep going. Henry, nice shot.
He needs a little bit of cover. There's still a big port down the center.
Did you want us to sweep that?
asking for a heavy hit through the gap there. Blues don't seem like he needs a good shot now. The Duff is piling up the rocks in the house.
With the only yellow rock counting this way in the back.
Yep. Normal. Normal. Yes. Whoa. Yes. Close. Yep. Yes. Whoa.
Another guard.
Well, the guard did its duty.
Rocks flying into the other sheets. Directions.
That's why the guard was there, protect the shot rock.
Yeah, are they sitting 4?
Yeah, it's definitely 4.
So we do actually have the skips mic'd up, so maybe we can listen in a little bit.
Or here. Or anywhere on this line.
Anywhere on the floor is fine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, ideally closer.
Yeah. How's it running? How's it running?
No.
Normal? No. I got a little narrow. Give me a little less ice.
Sean asking his front end how it's running. He really needs that red to be a good guard for his rocks in the house.
Mine's good. Have you 8?
For a little light, I'd be sweeping that for weight. But they seem to think that it's going to cross the
I guess they're just
line.
trying to get it to
Just
curl.
across now. Waiting for that, for the final sweep, waiting for it to curl. Again, it didn't curl much.
Wide.
Still leaves it open.
Yeah, but it's
Narrow port, but you can still get to that with a lightweight hit.
see, we're up to 26 viewers now. Welcome to all of you who've
Waking up early on
yes
Sunday
just
to watch
joined us.
curling.
And
Now Ripka's trying to find a shot that will give him optimal conditions there. The issue is that the opening is a little bit on the right side, so if he comes at that rock from the right, he's only going to take the shot rock.
so I missed listening in on that conversation, but
Yeah,
you can hear what the skip
he's
has
going to
say
try
to
to come
sweepers.
right to left into that rock. If he can cross
We
the
have timing on their draws, right? So we know
if he
where
can hit
the
it on the
line is
nose, he
that
can
side.
probably get 2 out.
Yeah.
But at this point, the important thing is that his rock hide behind something because it's going to be an easy target if it stays open.
Go ahead, Dad. Hard. Hard line. Hard line. Sweet. Switch. Bring it in.
Weight looks good, but he's worried about the line. No, not anymore. As soon as he released, he was worried that it was going to curl too much.
Looks like he's got it.
He took it out, but he lost the shooter there, so there's still...
Yeah, so only cut
Red's
down
still
1.
counting 3.
Yeah.
He does have that advantage that he has the last shot. But it looks like Red's going to try to put his rock to close that gap and protect that rock on the forefoot.
I mean, they could certainly still draw and even touch 4 from either side.
Yeah, it's pretty open to draw, but they don't know how much it's curling, and they haven't thrown many rocks yet to get the feel of how much.
Yeah. Problem is he's really got a hit and stick. He wants to outcount the ones in the center. If he's going to throw it in.
Well, he threw the first one as a hit, so he doesn't have draw weight yet.
Yeah.
If he had thrown the first one as a draw, then he would have a little more of an inkling of how hard to throw, how much weight to put on the rock.
This is looking like it's
very
going to
good for Red.
do what they want. It may even bite.
Oh, this is an awesome shot.
Yeah.
This is
nice.
perfect. Now
'Cause
they're
now
counting
they're
4.
They're counting and they're protecting that port.
Yeah, a
Close
nose
enough.
hit on that will not do the job anymore. Unless it runs the red back into the other red. But,
See anything else?
Yeah, let's
haven't
listen
gone
in on that
outside at all.
conversation.
We have no idea what's going on. This would be better, but where's the waste? You know? If we've gone this way. Even if I bring one in here. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it might as well err on, you know, on this side more. Doesn't curl so much over here, and plus this is also new eyes. So, all right, let's try that. Right. So then we have backing.
Shot is the draw.
Yeah, you've got to draw against 4. That's not exactly how you want to start out your first ever semifinal.
You gotta get your weight exactly right and hope it doesn't over-curl early and hit that guard, which might even promote that guard.
Yeah, get 5.
Yeah.
All the way to it. All the way, all the way. Hard, hard, hard.
I would probably go on the other side with the out turn, but
I guess he wants that backing in case he's heavy.
yeah.
Although that may only help you cutting them down from, you know, to 4
You hit your
or
own
3.
rock and roll in, you might be able to outcount.
Outcount.
All but one.
Yeah, that's a decent backup plan. Just has to not be light.
Weight looks good, might be a little
Line
bit
is
heavy,
good. Needs curl.
but on the outside it
Where is it?
tends to run a little slower.
In the chat
It's
window,
not coming back.
in the chat window, Jason mentioned that, yeah, we did hear the skip mention that it was a new line and the weight we could insert in curl, and that is way wide.
Oh, wow.
They bumped theirs up a little, but I think it's still 4.
4 red. Yeah, 4 points for both Philadelphia.
Yeah.
On sheet A, an update there. Bucks County has scored 1, so it's 1-0 for Bucks County. On sheet C, Plainfield has scored 1, so it's 1-0 for Plainfield against Albany. And on sheet D, we can't see the score up yet.
I think it might be 1 Potomac.
1 yellow.
Well, there's one standing in front of it, but I don't see
I
the
don't
1
know
in the box. So.
Yeah, I don't know if they have put it up, if they haven't put it up yet, or if it's 1 for Potomac. But
Well, we'll update that as soon as we can.
yeah, it is 1 for Potomac on sheet D. Philadelphia with Mark trying to put the guard up. It's a really good guard. It's very close to the house, not biting, so they can't take it out because of the free guard zone rule. And for those of you who have been watching Olympic curling and don't know much about the sport, this is not Olympic curling. This is a Francis Dykes Memorial Bonspiel. It's 79th edition. It's a very old tournament. This is basically East Coast, the championship for the East Coast of the United States, but only for curlers that have a maximum of 5 years experience.
For male curlers.
For male curlers. There's also one for women, and there's also one for mixed teams, 2 men, 2 women. And this is, it has a pretty big variety of levels of experience. You might have some curlers who have only curled a couple of months, and you might have curlers who have curled 4.5, almost 5 years. So you can expect different levels of play and different accuracy. But when you get closer to the end, you get the games start to get more evened out.
But given that this is semifinals for the B and C event, these teams have all won.
They all lost.
They've all lost at least 1 game. I think there are multiple ways to get into the C event, especially in a bracket this long. There are, I believe, 35 teams we started with, and now we're down to the final 12. I guess.
So the A event is for the teams that have not lost any games.
Yes.
The B event, all teams in the B event have lost one game.
Usually their first game.
Usually their first game, and then that's the bracket for the losers of the first game.
And then they keep winning after that.
Right. And these teams have, the teams that are playing the B event, which are this sheet and the D sheet, they lost their first game and then they started winning.
And then the C event, it's usually teams that win their first game or two and then lose a game and then keep winning.
Yeah, or the ones that had 2 losses and then start winning. But most of the teams in the C event, they should have 2 losses. So the A event will give the big trophy that's behind us. And there are trophies for all the other events as well as medals for the teams. Brimstones tried to draw, but the rock went all the way through. Philadelphia is going to try to guard that rock, or maybe draw behind. It looks like it's either way. Oh, he wants to put the guard for that red rock in the back. Pat Capella with his beautiful American flag pants. Looks like it's curling a little bit more than he expected. The sweepers are on, trying to keep the line straight.
Yeah, looks like
Maybe a
it's
little bit of a
light.
bump there. Well, the bump helped him because it moved it a little bit.
Yeah, actually that's pretty well protecting at least half, 3/4 of the rock in the house.
Brimstones is going to try to come with a medium weight hit on that front rock there. Trying to hit that and go behind the 2 guards. Crosses the face that he can get. It looks like it's curling a lot and it's curling early, but they haven't started sweeping yet.
I think there might be some correction to who's who chat window here.
Pat Capella is the pineapple pants. Okay, thank you. You're right. Yeah, that was John Moylan with the American flag pants.
Thank you for the correction. We certainly would want to mix up people's loud curling pants.
So we'd like to hear from you. Are you all relatives of the guys playing this game? Family, friends, clubmates?
Teams that have already lost.
On the way back, watching on the small screen? Or at the hotel waiting to come here to watch the final? Maybe teams that won and are playing the 2 finals, the 2 other finals at 12? That's a great draw.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Front of the button.
A little exposed.
Marcus Sprinkles calling for a hit on that. Lightweight hit. I don't know. The last one didn't feel much.
Control? Yeah. Okay.
Waiting for the curl. It does curl, but it usually curls the last third of its trajectory. Almost got the double there, too.
They got rid of the one on the button, but
They're out
wide
there.
open.
Yep. Easy for Philadelphia to hit. That should be Pat Capella. Pat's first one. Oh, Steve. So John Moylan is Steve's uncle. Okay.
Nice shot there.
Relative of someone in the kitchen today. Okay.
The kitchen looks, they're way ahead of schedule. I think they're just sitting around watching the game.
Yeah, they made breakfast, served breakfast to all these critters that went on the ice, and now I think they started cleaning up the kitchen, and they're watching the games, and later they'll transition into the lunch.
I'm sure there's well, I don't know how much leftovers there is to pull out for lunch.
And that's
but
the usual Sunday noon
yeah, but
leftovers from all the other games.
kitchen has been doing a great job all weekend. A lot of hungry curlers to feed.
already open?
The bar is watching the game as well.
A little bit heavy for a draw, and it's still exposed there.
We'll stick around, but
I was hoping that
it's
would be a
second
little
shot.
lighter and hide behind those
Well,
guards.
Actually, no, it's hard to tell from our overhead cam. Maybe
It
that
looks
shot.
like a shot, yeah.
Okay. Look at back 4 wing.
And Philadelphia calling for a freeze to it. Pad second block.
Back 4, back 8. Wait to move. Go, Mark, Mark. Go.
Worried about something weird about getting around
Oh,
that guard.
wow.
That's a nice shot.
That's an excellent shot. Put it right behind those guards.
That's
Forcing Broomstones to go and try for the hit through.
Or the peel.
Peel, yeah. Gotta peel those guards.
Take it out. Take it out.
There's some sort of discussion going on.
I didn't move it, but it did adjust
Somebody
it.
must have
Didn't
bumped the
move it.
rock.
I didn't change the direction.
Yeah, I think it's burnt down. Yep. Sorry, guys. It's there.
So the rock had been touched, so it's going to be removed for play at the choice of the non-infringing skip.
Yeah, somebody must have just bumped it with their foot or their broom. I didn't see what happened. For those of you at home, you can watch the instant replay by by scrolling back in the video and let us know. Although we have a new system for our webcasting as of a few months ago. Instant replay is not a feature yet.
Now Broomstone's trying a similar shot. They're a little bit wider than that. Hoping that they can freeze to the back one, making it harder to take it out, but it's just going to get very close, tap, and then roll a little bit.
I think yellow is still shot.
Actually, yeah, about here.
The Philadelphia Curling Club is a two-sheet facility in Paoli, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia. They're about 2.5 hour drive from here, so we get a lot of their curlers to come down here for our Bonspiels. The Broomstones Curling Club is outside Boston. They are a 4-sheet facility like us. They have a beautiful arched structure over their ice.
Yeah,
they
it's
also have
really
a two-sheet,
club.
two-level warm room where you can watch the game from above or from the level of the ice. And our curlers always travel a lot to both these when they host their Bonspiels.
Of course, Philadelphia also hosts, or near Philly, the Bucks County Club.
Bucks County is another club near Philadelphia. They are a more recent club. They're a 4-sheet club, and they just built a new warm room. And they are planning to have summer curling as well. So anybody who wants to play during the summer, keep a look for their Bonspiel invitations. There might be something in the summer to play.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of them.
The other club that has a summer Bonspiel on the East Coast is Cape Cod. It's a beautiful place. It's a 3-sheet club. The whole area around the club is just amazingly beautiful.
I haven't been out there. I've been to.
I was there for the summer school a few years ago.
But they melt their ice and bring it back for like a few weeks for that Bonspiel.
They
right?
host a men's, a women's, and a mixed, and some years they also have a junior Bonspiel.
Wow. Well, at least they pack that schedule when they do
Right.
bring back their ice. Yeah, I should try to make it out there. I've been to Broomstones, I've been to Bucks.
The only issue with
Bunch
Cape
of
Cod
others.
is that the the hotels are very, very
Oh,
expensive.
sure, because that's our peak
you're-
season.
Yeah.
Probably much cheaper to go out there in the middle of the winter when no one wants to be there.
Back 4. Go, go, go.
Yeah, he's late sweeping, trying to get a little bit more of a curl there.
Yeah, it's light.
It's just a good guard. A good guard. It's biting the house, but not enough to outcount the red.
So Martha's filled us in the chat window. There's two summer spiels at Bucks, the his and hers, which I think just opened a couple days ago for registration, and Bert's 5 and under.
Oh, wow.
Is Bert's a mixed spiel? I was asking mixed as in men and women, or maybe just open 5 and under.
Which would be a lot of fun, too.
Yeah. I mean, in addition, they have the crooked billet, big buck and spiel in the spring and fall. All right, thanks, Mark. Yeah, open.
But I tried to, I don't know if they want to run that red in or if they want to curl around and into the 4-foot. I think they're on fire already, so that's a promote right now.
Yeah. Looks like they did pretty well. But not quite enough.
It's a good promote. It's probably a measure now.
It looks like the yellow in the back might be shot.
Now Rick is trying to think about what
Bring one now, bring 3 would be awesome, right? So if you, if I do a nose hit that flies over and spills, it's there, then Olympic shot. There it is. Let's grab a 4-foot. Yeah.
So it will be a draw. He was looking at the options for the hit there, trying to see if he could get the 3, but I don't think he can get 3 points, and he certainly doesn't think so. So he's going to try. Again, he's going for a draw to the 4-foot.
Mindy, thanks for the feedback. I'm adjusting the sounds a little bit. Hopefully that should help. Making us a little louder and the ambient noise a little quieter.
Wait for it, please wait. Keep going.
We have Scott McLeod holding the broom for Ribka's shot.
Good line.
The call is a draw. Should come with T-line weight. Starting to curl a little bit early there. Got to see how much weight it has.
Straight nose if we sit for 3.
Yes.
Needs some sweeping too. Just looks like it's going to be a very good shot.
Yeah, sticking around. That is
Now
clearly
the
a
question
shot
is
now.
who is second shot, and
Yeah.
I imagine that they're going to need a measurement.
Well, that pushed the back yellow back an inch or 2, which maybe makes it a little more questionable. Well, they seem to know.
They agreed on the score, so
Well,
we'll see
we'll find out when they
what
post
it
it.
is when they post it.
Yeah. All right, updates on other sheets. Looks like on D, Ardsley scored 1, and that is now 1-1.
On sheet A, it's now 2-1 for the the Bucks County team against Potomac.
2-1. Okay.
2-0. Sorry.
2-0.
2-0.
I was wondering how that happened with one
Yeah.
end. They both scored. B we'll see when they post it, and on C it is 1-1.
Both sheets C and D are 1-1 now. Now, since Brimstone scored, they're throwing the first rock.
We just don't know if it's 1 or 2. Oh, and the device is putting up the score.
It's at 2 points. So the score is now 4-2 for Philadelphia.
You guys think? Come on, come on, come on. Put it in. Speed. Hard. Really hard. On in, on in. All the way hard. Hard. Hold my behind. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, up.
Asked for a corner guard, got it in the house. Not too bad. Brimstone's going to ignore that and try to put another guard up. Their first one was very successful. Curling a little bit too much there, but sweepers are bringing it in. Get a freeze, got a little bit of separation with the other one. Protect the forefoot. Philadelphia still playing on the outside, trying to draw to the opposite side now. That's Mark D'Souza's second rock.
Nothing, wait only. Line's good. Finish it, finish it. Hard! Hard! Hard!
You got it.
Actually, kind of like the tap.
Managed to get the biter there.
Well, it's a bit more than a biter. I mean, it's almost entirely in the 12-foot.
Now Brimstone's calling for a draw behind those two yellows. If it curls early, that's not too bad because then you get the promote.
Whoa. Whoa, line. Whoa. I'd rather have the guard than the hook man. Yes.
Sweeping it hard to get it around that guard, but it might be a bit heavy now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's through.
Maybe it would have been better to just let it go and
Tap back
tap
the guard.
back, yes.
Yeah, probably, but it's a call. Maybe they didn't. The line would work out for that.
Now without the free guard zone, Philadelphia's going to try to hit.
Double both of those.
Yep. Hit one, then hit the other, get both out. A heavy hit coming with the in-turn now. The out-turn, sorry.
And they're going to hit something. Whether or not they get two is, we'll see.
Yeah, it's curling a lot. When you
Oh,
go
yeah,
with
that
the
is a lot.
out-turn, sometimes you get that big arm swing that tends to put a little bit of a sideways motion in it, and then it curls a lot.
Well, they removed one.
And that was John Moylan's first rock. Rimka's calling for starting with the fancy shots, hit the one in the wing and roll inside. He's calling an in-turn. That went way wide there. Not curling at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, oh wow!
Wow, that was a lucky break.
If he had called this, I would have said it's impossible.
Yeah, he just nudged over his guard a bit and took out the.
He was very narrow, but ended up, yeah.
He's very
Tapped
excited.
his in. Tapped his rock.
He's asking us for a replay. I'm sorry, but we don't have the capability. But the viewers at home can rewind your YouTube feed and see it again. But
yeah, an amazing shot.
That was a
because
great shot.
He did both. He did the tap. He did the takeout.
You know, a lot of risk of giving just a little bit too much to that the yellow guard.
Yeah, he almost got rid of his guard and the shooter, but he ended up getting a good drift there to the right where it hit exactly the rock that he had to hit. We can see that they're having fun here.
I mean, everybody in curling recognizes, you know, a good shot, even if it's just mostly
Unintentional
lucky.
good shot.
Yeah. Red's a bit too heavy.
Just at the end there. It's still a biter.
Looks like it.
Just ready to cause trouble later.
Well, backing can be useful. Looks like they're calling for the draw.
Yeah, draw behind that biter in the front. That's a good idea. Also, again, looking at the early curl here. As soon as it crosses the center line, it's going to curl a lot. So now the shot is probably changed to be a promote. So he's waiting for it to curl enough just to tap it in.
It's almost a nose. Well, it is past nose even.
And it's going for shot for now.
Well, it worked out pretty well.
Protected.
It's a good plan B.
Makes Philadelphia have to try for the double there. Normal takeout play.
Well, they're lined up pretty well, so he's got to be just off nose, otherwise he's just going to bump the yellow back.
Lots of curl early. It's looking good. Got one out, got the other one rolling to the side there. It's going to be both out.
Yeah, nice shot.
Nice double, Pat. Box, buddy, box.
There's no box.
Yeah,
Called
it
for
was-
box.
it
There's
did call
no
for
box
box.
anymore. Box is for Thursday.
Oh, there was a box game on Thursday?
There was a box game on Thursday. The
box game is always fun.
Yeah. If you make in the way that they were playing, if you make a called double takeout, clean called double takeout, or if you draw within the 4 foot intentionally.
Oh, it has to be intentional.
Yes.
It's not how we play it in the big spiel. The big spiel luck is
Luck
totally
is
okay.
No, it had to be intentional.
Okay.
Then you call for the
little
box.
stricter rules for the Dykes.
So you grab the box. There's a box that's behind the rocks here, and you put it behind your set of rocks, or where your set would go if you're playing the other way.
Until the game is randomly, the end is
And
called, and
right.
some
Whoever has the box at that point will get a filled box, a box filled with goodies that's in the warm room.
They've had some nice swag for this spiel. I saw the pint glasses and the T-shirts.
The T-shirts were amazing. It's a picture of the patent for a curling rock.
I believe the pint glasses were the same.
They're the same.
Yeah, it's the same design.
Philadelphia trying to draw. It's a little bit wide for a draw, and it's heavy too. So.
Yeah, I heard call for back 8 or back 12. Oh, this looks lighter than that. Unless maybe that was a different sheet. It's hard to tell with the ambient mics.
No, not the biter.
Right?
Is there any way to
Promote
split it?
to outcount the biters. There's a way. Yep. Certainly.
I also don't mind hitting and rolling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, outcounting 2 biters would not be a bad idea. So yeah, we could try the split. So we need to bite deeper and but then we'll probably roll in just a little because you know, the way we need to
hit that pretty high.
Huh?
We still have to hit that
Right,
pretty
right.
high.
So we will still be quite exposed. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Let's hit them up. Yeah, let's do that first and see where we roll. Okay. So control weight.
Yeah.
Right about here.
Is he going for the yellow or is he going straight for the red there?
Looks like he's going for the red, maybe a hit and roll.
Hit and roll for the first
Wide,
one.
Yeah, just
there's a chance
curl
that we
across
can
the
get
face
through.
and roll in. Or is he going for the double? Yeah, I don't know.
I think right now he wants to hit that
Nice
red and
shot
roll
there.
behind the
That
yellow.
circus shot was awesome.
Maybe that made a hit and roll. Or sorry, the double is the backup.
We gotta go control weight, hit to the right of the nose and
Yeah.
roll in.
So it's a traditional hit and roll. Not that promote yellow and split your shooter into behind the other guard, which was the other shot that he was looking at.
Oh, I see.
Wade looks good. His vice seems to think that it's a little bit narrow, calling early sweep.
Yeah, they gotta get around.
But
the
I think it's
yellow rock.
I think it's good. Yeah, just wow, that was paper thin on that yellow
Yeah.
rock.
I guess that's why they were sweeping it.
Yeah,
Nice
making
shot.
sure that it doesn't hit that.
Yellow is currently sitting 1.
On sheet D, red team scored 3, so the score stole 3, so the score is 4-1 for red.
Any other updates? Looks like sheet A, they haven't posted the score.
They haven't finished the third end yet.
Oh yes, of course. C is just finished.
C just
but-
finished the third end.
and it looks like yellow took 1.
Yellow stole 1 on sheet C. That's the Albany team. Stole 1 against Plainfield.
So we're just waiting for sheets A and B to, well, once they finish up this end, we will post the score. Once they post the score, we'll update the scoreboard.
Philadelphia skips first shot. Hit but lost the shooter.
So we're forcing yellow
Hit the
to
guard,
guard that again.
probably trying to get the double, but he only got 1 of them. Either you guard that or you draw behind, which
Yeah.
is what he's looking at there.
Oh, let's listen in on
Do we want
that.
to bury it to steal, or do we want to force?
That'd be nice to steal, so we're,
But you know what I mean?
yes, I know.
They're trailing, so a steal would be
Yes.
better.
The other idea is just put it
Make him hit, yeah, make him hit, see if he rolls out. I mean, yeah, right there.
yeah,
Okay?
outside in.
Yeah.
So he's going to
So,
try to draw behind that red guard.
Here, we'll curl about 2 feet.
Seem to be indicating a little bit further over to the right.
Oh, he wants to end there. I thought he was putting the broom there.
No, I think he wants to end there.
Just
I think
leave it
he's
open
just sort
there.
of making the double impossible or really hard and sort of splitting
So
the 8-foot.
yeah, he should leave the two yellow rocks flat at the same depth so that the double is impossible.
And if it's away over to the right, it's
It's farther
far,
away from
yeah.
it, so that hitting 1 will make it harder to hit the second one.
the sweeper's going to be really, really on point here to sweep it to just right depth.
Where is it?
It looks pretty good. Might need a little bit of a sweep at the end.
No, they're
Maybe not. They're just
watching
looking.
it closely.
Just full lane.
Oop, now they're sweeping it. Both on one side, trying to get it to curl.
Oh, that's just perfect weight. Look at that. It's
Nice.
very flat. That's not doubleable.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what he called for.
Yeah, the other option being draw behind the red guard.
This also makes the draw. I mean, it's there, but a little
The draw
tricky.
is also a possibility, yes. But the advantage of going for the double is that you get rid of one of the two yellows.
Let's listen to this red conversation a little bit.
No, yeah, let's make sure we do that. It's not going on its side. Yeah, should be back.
Looks like they're calling the hit and roll.
I agree with the hit. The roll is just to make sure that you're out counting the other one so you don't roll out to the left.
Yeah. So they probably want to hit it, half.
It's just that the nose doesn't give them the point. So
Right, so
it's
they've got to roll over a little
bit on the right side of the rock, but not too much that you would lose the shooter and give up one.
What's the weight?
It's just hanging out there on the left side.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very light, too.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like a hit.
No. Well, it's got the line. Oh.
Oh, wow.
No, it's just curled past it.
Still got the point there.
Yep.
That was not a hit.
No, that was a lucky break there. All right, so that was one red, which brings Philadelphia 2, Boilermakers up to 5. So do we have a score on, wow, on sheet A, it looks like red scored 5.
That's the Potomac 2 team playing against Bucks County 3.
Yeah, that's Potomac 2, Scourge of the 7 sheets. Which, full disclosure, is my husband's team.
I have their pin, so that's also
Yeah, they made custom pins. They're pretty cool. I think they have like 1,000 of them. So I'm sure they've been giving them away.
Yeah, I got them. I think last year. When did they make them? Last year.
I think last year. I know Andy has a big bag of them.
And that's a great draw there in sheet A. Not that you can see anyway.
Please change the camera, thank you. Yeah, we've got our system. It requires a little bit of a manual button press to change the house
The
cam.
overhead, yeah.
So I keep pointing at Henrique every so often and just pointing up.
Philadelphia started with a draw in the house. Broomstone's trying to build up and put a corner guard.
Looks like it'll be a pretty good corner guard.
I would have stopped before that. I guess he wants a biter there.
Yeah, certainly. Ooh.
Yeah, and he got the biter.
Yep. It's not going to guard much of anything.
Yeah, it's not.
And maybe he knew he was going to overcurl, so he decided to
Yeah, at
sweep
that
it
point you can use it for an angle in late in the end. Philadelphia trying to put another one in the house. It's Sean Boyle's call on Mark D'Souza's second rock. It's a good guard. It's not completely covering it, but it helps. But Henriques Rimkus is calling for a hit on the rock that's in the forefoot. So it would be a light hit with backline weight. Giving about 2 feet of curl there. Hoping to get the roll behind that guard up front. Looks like it's a little heavier than what he needed. Trying to get some directional sweeping, at least to move that red a little bit.
Yeah,
but
it's
just
past
flashed.
it.
Yeah. John's first rock. That has enough weight to come into the house. I don't know if he wants the freeze there. It just does not curling much. Some of us who curl here know that that line coming back on that side is very, very straight. Hard to get any curl out of any rock there. Even after scraping, after repabbling, it's still the same characteristics, that it just doesn't curl back in.
Like every club has their you know, their ice oddities, and especially in the outside sheets.
Now Broomstone's trying to hit that. If he had put the broom on the rock, he might have had a chance, but he was going by what a normal takeout of that weight would do, but it didn't do
That's
anything.
like that 2 feet wide there. It didn't curl at all. Still seemed like a lot of ice for that kind of weight.
Even in normal circumstances.
Yeah.
Philadelphia trying to pile the rocks in the house now. They're leading by 3 points, so if they can get a big score, it's going to be very hard for Broomstones to come back.
Well, they're maybe getting a guard here.
Yeah, half guard, half
it's
biter.
a biter. It's a biter. That's pretty good.
Easy triple there?
Oof. If they nosed it, maybe. Well, no, it'd have to be a little left to nose.
Yeah, and then it doesn't. The other one just jams.
Yeah, there's something would stick around. But it'd be very impressive
But you
if
can
they could pull it off.
You can get 2 out of there. He's just going to go for the shot rock.
Yeah.
Lightweight. Again, it's just hanging out there. It's a little heavier than what he called. It's probably going to get 1 or 2 of those on the side there. No,
they just knocked
flat.
them.
Just
knocked them further in and rolled out.
Too far out.
Yeah.
Changed the configuration of the rocks in the house, but didn't change how many rocks or which rocks were in the house.
Nothing's particularly well guarded anymore, though.
Yeah, that stack 1, 2, 3 there.
So it's certainly more open.
Anymore. But Sean Boyle calling for another rock in the house in front of that one on the top 4. Looks like he's going to get it. He's going to get even a tap there.
A tap, and that is now right to the button.
Well, Remkes has to do something there. Get rid of some of those. There are 4 red rocks in the house. Get rid of at least 2 of them. A good hit off nose here can get rid of 2 and then just go behind that guard. It wouldn't be shot, but it wouldn't be in such a dangerous condition.
Move some things around, yeah.
Needs a little more curl there. A little more. It's going to look good.
Yeah. Well, they removed 1 rock and opened up the center a bit better. Yeah, that's a much better position. Except Red's going to come in now and just get rid of it.
He's going to try to nose it, but if he hits on the side there, if it doesn't curl much, then it jams on the red that's shot.
Yeah. There's a big wide path there, though. But, yeah, the one on the right is a little bit dangerous.
Called sweep for line, so it's It's probably curling more than he expected.
And he's got
Beautiful
it.
shot.
And even rolled over just a little bit. Yeah, Red's in a strong position right now.
Remke's looking for some option to hit that shot rock, but by now he should know that that's a straight line there. Not much curl, so let's see how far he's going to put that broom. That would work with about hack weight. If they come with more than hack, they're going to just lose the shooter. Looks like a pretty lightweight. Gotta wait. In on the late sweeping.
Past the guard.
Yeah,
Looks nice.
but didn't cross the nose. I guess that was really hard to cross the nose and still get it out.
And get around the guard. I mean, it was pretty thin getting around that guard, so I think it's the best they probably could have done.
Yeah, the problem is that he's hitting where he has to hit, but he is not getting the rolls that he needs to hide his rocks. So Philadelphia is just coming back and hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. Hopefully at the end he will have an easy hit that he can hit and stick to get his one.
It's not going to move much on this side.
So you can see that Philadelphia already knows that that's a pretty straight line. He said that it wouldn't move much.
It's not going to move much, so.
They've got it.
Yep, all he needed was to take it out. He's not too worried about the rolls anymore.
Not when they've got 4 counting.
Yeah, and a very healthy lead. 3 points over Broomstones, so if they force Broomstones to take their one, that's not too bad because they would still be 2 ahead with the hammer and the axe stand.
Let's listen on what's going on.
Okay.
I think we should go at it with normal weight, though. Right? Because you're not rolling very far. Unless, well, it's wide open. If you want to go control, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, just hit it here. Yeah, you don't need much. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's right here.
Yep. You got it.
Yep. Should open things up hopefully for the side draw at the end.
So Broomstone's calling for the hit and roll in. They've got to get covered though, otherwise, we're just going to keep repeating what's been happening.
They take one out, Philadelphia comes and hits them and leaves their red in. This is not the last rock, so he still has another one that he can use.
If he gets one right behind that, the one on the center line.
Then he has a good chance for it too.
Yeah.
That's his objective.
That's the right call.
But he really has to get on the inside of that red rock.
Well, the guard is now, that should be possible. There's plenty of room around that guard. Ooh, I think I just heard a no handle.
That's on the other sheet.
On the other sheet, okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
They're sweeping hard because it's curling too much. So he takes it out, but his rock goes away too.
Yeah.
Gives Philadelphia a chance to put the guard up, or put another one in the house, or draw behind and draw behind the.
Yeah, they're just going to keep piling them in. Or
The
blocking the guard somewhere. Oh, sorry, the draw somewhere.
You can't block the draw on both sides, so you put it in and hope that they won't outcount you, or you hope that you don't stay out there and leave it an open target.
Let's try for the tap before a little wide. We'll come behind. But I'm just going to throw like T-line weight. I just want to get this to the, just want to, T-line, I would say, just T-line so we get top 4 or.
It's a fancy shot, tapping that top rock there, the one that's on the 12
no,
foot.
you know what? Half the distance between where you were and where you are.
But if he's wide, he can still go for the straight draw.
Tap or the draw. Yeah, tap.
Sometimes when you try to call these multi-purpose shots, though, you end up doing something in between, which isn't what you want.
Well, that's what 5-handers are. You can't count on 100% accuracy like the Olympic athletes try to go for. You know that you're going to make the shot 50% of the time, maybe. So you look at the options that you have. What if I miss heavy? What if I miss light? What if I miss wide? What if I miss narrow? And make sure that you don't have any extremely destructive shots among those. He's coming pretty
Looks
well
like he's
for the
got the
tap
tap.
back. Yeah, just at the tap.
Thin around that guard, though.
Yeah, he curled a little bit too much, leaving an open target now.
Yeah, because now if they just hit and stick. Yeah,
Brimstone is going to go for that, trying to, yeah, all they need is nose there.
Yep.
Even a little bit of a roll to one side or another, it's not going to.
They just got to stick around and not roll far.
Yeah, but he's coming a lot. He's calling for a light hit.
Maybe hack.
He's giving almost 2 feet there, so yeah, more than 2 feet. Has to be half.
Let's hear what they're saying.
Did you see him? He cut at the end. Yeah, maybe a little less, just a little less.
You can always have a sweep it.
Yep.
What he's afraid there is that it's going to curl too much and hit the one on the top 12 there and then just lose that.
By the way, we have some score updates. On sheet D, it looks like Ardsley took 3, so that is now 7-1. And on sheet C, Albany took 2, so that is 4-1.
I think we had that already.
I had it as 2. Yeah, it's the 4th end that we're.
And on sheet A, we have Bucks County took 1 and the 4th.
Right.
Got a curl. Oh, that's what they were afraid of, to hit that guard. That gives a lot of points for Philadelphia. 4 points and a steal. That's the worst possible outcome that they could have.
So it is now 9-2.
Even if they missed their shot completely, didn't hit anything, it would be the same.
Yes, yes, yes! Come on, you're by, come on! Hard line! Up, down, do it! Your line's good? USC sliver?
You have to sweep it early, not late.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's hard to know what.
It might end up being a short game, but
yeah.
you know, they're continuing.
If this game ends early, then we'll switch to another one of the closer games.
Whoa, what just happened there? I guess almost looked like he was starting to slide, but he didn't let go of the rock.
Philadelphia wants a guard.
Yes! Actually, make it bite it.
Change his mind.
Yeah.
Make sure it's in now. Gotta keep Mark honest.
It's calling to make sure it's in.
Keep going, all the way. Keep going, bring it in.
Well, I don't think it's going to make it in.
Well,
Nice.
that was his other option, was the guard. So
Yeah. Well,
he might have called the biter, but he got the guard. That was his other call. With Brimstone's trailing by a lot, now they have to go very aggressive. They have to put rocks in the house. They have to put them behind the guards.
And Philadelphia, just keep it clean as much as they can. You don't need points. You just need to not let Brimstone score big.
They can start by putting the first one as a very close guard if they can, but it looks like it's going a lot to the outside. They've been calling these constantly.
hoping
And
hoping
they've
those
been
biters come in
making-
useful.
They've been making them consistently, but that's only going to work if at the end he has, I don't know, 3 counting there, he hits something, and that's the 4th one that counts.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to
Philadelphia-
plan big, I guess.
Yeah, Philadelphia chose to ignore that,
Just calling for the draw.
calling for the draw behind.
Yeah, go. Yes, go. Yes, yes. Yes. Hard, guys.
All right, let go. Want to keep it high. Mine's good. Yeah, go.
Pretty good.
Nicely around the guard, into the house. Another nice shot by Mark D'Souza.
That's lined up really nicely with the guard.
Rimkus picking to repeat the shot that he did on the left. He wants to do it on the right side. Start putting lots of biters that are going to be ignored for the beginning of the end, and maybe in the end they will count for something.
It's tricky because they may end up counting for nothing. But he knows he needs a lot of points.
That's a very good shot again.
A little deep.
Having a good lead helps you a lot because it's a whole setup for what the end is going to feel like, what it's going to look like. Even though lots of things are going to change, the leads establish the style of play for the rest of the
Yeah,
end.
the leads are really important.
Usually
Got to
we're
make
gonna
those
be
useful
putting-
shots, yeah.
Either putting guards or putting biters. Philadelphia trying to hit that. Trying to help with the curl a little bit. They're going to take a little piece of it, enough to get it out.
And they roll out themselves. Peel the guard there.
At some point, he's going to run out of rocks. He needs to get the big score
Okay, yeah.
here.
Well, it's only the 5th end, but if Philadelphia steals, be big trouble.
John trying to go for that rock in the back there.
Looks like he's got it.
Yeah, and he's going to stick up there. Making it harder and harder for Broomstones to do a comeback here.
Yeah, what do you think strategically? Was it better to try to score big or control the house?
What Broomstones really needs to do, this end is probably gone. Maybe try to blank this one. Because scoring 1 or 2 is not helping them much. And then on the next end, try to put lots of guards up front. Even if they score 1 or 2 here, that should be their strategy. Put rocks up in the front, put your guards up, put the guards very close to the house but not in the house, and then you start tapping them in. That's how you have to do a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, Red is just not letting very many rocks in play. So
Yeah, he's going to have
score
to
down.
To steal and steal and steal. You got to keep rocks in play. It's hard to steal when you only have 3 or 4 rocks in play. And right now, all we have is 2 rocks. Philadelphia is dragging them into a hit game that doesn't help Broomstones much. Now there's some sort of lineup there between the two reds, so what Rimkus is calling is it's the best shot in this circumstance. You want to put it between the two reds. The front one protects a little bit. The back one protects in case they come and hit you. It's a backing for you. But you really have to get the right line to make sure that your opponent cannot hit you just straight out of the house with an angle shot. Philadelphia's not worried about sticking the reds in the house after hitting the yellows out. Their objective right now is just to hit yellow.
They're trying to freeze.
If they freeze in the back, that's pretty good because
Yeah.
it
Then you
makes it
can't
harder.
get rid of them. Yeah, I think they're going for the freeze. Ooh, it's light though.
It's light for a freeze, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
But you can still hit it
yeah, they can
and
get rid
peel
of
it.
this.
Peel it is the best call here.
And that's what.
The only bad thing that can happen for Philadelphia is hit it in a way that it will just jam in the back red. Still sweeping there. And they got the peel. Another chance for Broomstones to put between those two reds. But it's
And now
got to be
he's
either
calling
close
the
to the back
freeze.
or close to the front. If you're in the middle, that's not good.
Yeah, I think he's calling for the freeze, the back one now.
Well, the issue with the freeze is that your opponent can always freeze in front of you. You just saw your shot, he can call the same line, and he'll get very close results to what you got.
But they really need to get a rock in here that stays in play.
Yeah, and that's just staying on the left side there, not curling.
It's crossing the center line now.
Yeah.
Not sure it's going to curl enough,
It's a
though.
bit too late to get to,
Yeah, it's going to be
to
through.
the freeze that he needs.
And it's at the back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was heavy for a freeze.
At this point, Philadelphia should just hit their own rocks out, peel the front one.
That's an interesting strategy.
It's the same strategy you use for the last end when you're ahead and you don't want your opponent to get too many points.
It looks like they're calling the draw.
He's calling a biter on
Or
the
a
front.
guard, yeah.
And Sean is making most of his shots. That's what's making the difference. Sean made a lot of his shots, and Rimkus didn't. He had some shots. They weren't easy, but he had some shots that he had to make, and he didn't.
Then my amazing shot that I'm going to screw up.
Listen to it at just the right time there. Yeah, the skips let us, they reluctantly let us mic them up.
Looks like that's going to end up being a guard there. Thing is, you don't want guards at this point
No,
because the
you
guards
really
are going to
don't.
benefit the opponent. He really needs the biter. He needs to put pressure.
Still, he's blocking that freeze now.
Yeah, but he's giving him another shot, which is just the draw behind the new guard there. They're still trying to put it there. I don't know if it's the best shot. It's not a bad shot, but you got to be able to make it. And I'm not sure, as you said, Judy. It looks like it's pretty narrow there. So still trying to go for the freeze on the back red.
So 60 should do it? Okay. All right. We got this. Let's get 2 points.
weight looks a little bit heavy there, but we'll see. We'll see if he can get enough of the curl. Heavy is not necessarily bad because he has backing there. He just has to get the line right. Ooh, ended up hitting the front. That wouldn't be too bad if he wasn't exposed at the end. He's not behind the guard, so that doesn't help much. Gives Philadelphia a chance to just hit his rock and take it out. And with 2 red rocks in the house, it's going to be very hard for Broomstones to blank this one.
I'm okay to spill the shooter spills. What's that? Yeah.
Sean coming with his last rock now. Just needs to peel
Get enough of it. Get enough of it.
Got enough to get it out to play.
You're telling me. I'm like, just get enough of it. Just get enough of it.
No, I'd like to think that I helped the
We're listening in on our Skips microphones here, supported by our wonderful donations to our webcasting system.
You mean? For those of you who are unaware of how to do sweeping in the 5 and under curling, sweeping means nothing.
That did not come from the booth. That came from the ice.
Take one.
I believe that was Sean Boyle. Really needs to get that. Needs harder sweeping there. Needs to get in the house. Needs to get to the 8 foot.
You got it.
Yeah, thumbs it up. Okay, guys, good game.
Thank you.
Good game.
So handshakes. Game's over.
Good game, guys.
Hey, good luck.
Nice game. Thank you.
With red scoring 2 here.
Thank you. Nice game.
They got the handshakes going and the game's over here. We're going to select a game that is pretty close. Let's give you some updates on the other sheets.
So what was the final score there?
They actually stole 2 again.
All right, go ahead.
But they didn't hang it.
Okay.
The guy with the
so we'll
slider
just
appreciates that.
declare those final.
Yes.
Do we have updates on the other sheets?
On sheet A, the Bucks County team stole another one, so it's 5-4. On sheet C, I can't see right now. It looks like the score is 5-1 for yellow.
So which sheet should we switch to? Maybe A?
Either A or C. A is the closest game.
Let's switch to A.
Okay, then we can see your husband play.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we get the cameras all sorted out. So we just turn our cameras, so it's a little awkward to see them, especially on A.
Should we go to C then?
Could you put the camera up? Well, let's try the overhead cam on A.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's okay.
All right, let me get through this stuff.
So turning off the mics and see.
I'll go get the mics from the.
Okay, I just turned them off, so I
from the
think that's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Updating on sheet D, I see that it looks like Ardsley took 3, so that is 10-1. And on C, I actually can't tell. All right, so we've switched to sheet A, which is Potomac 2 versus Bucks County 3. Yes, it's Matt Hamilton impersonator, played by Ben Keane. who I believe is his wife is insisting he gets rid of the mustache probably this afternoon. He tried to get the whole team to have mustaches for this, and I can tell you that their skip, who's my husband, was absolutely not.
And the guy from Bucks County has absolutely wonderful pants.
Yeah, those are very, very colorful.
Psychedelic.
Certainly is a market for silly curling pants.
Not for golf, not just for golf anymore.
Yeah, I think actually some of them get them from
Loudmouth Golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys are from Loudmouth Golf, you can send us a check for the
for the free advertising,
for the product placement here. Going for the hit there, but ended up hitting his own. That was a shot by Ben Keane, our Matt Hamilton impersonator.
We were just discussing that. He's maintained it all weekend. And the hat.
Even the red towel in the back pocket.
Yes,
exactly
yeah.
like Matt.
It's like a green
Hamilton.
towel.
Right.
So apparently, Team USA did the opening puck at a hockey game in Annapolis last night.
They delivered
with a curling rock.
They put the puck on the curling rock and they delivered the curling rock to the center ice. That was Schuster made the shot.
Yeah, I believe that was one of our old rocks that they borrowed. Joe mentioned that to me.
Oh, wow.
Since, you know, we're the only club with rocks in the area. And obviously we're using our new rocks that we got a couple of years ago.
It would have been nice if they would just show up here at the club today.
That would have been
for
amazing.
But
I
maybe have John Schuster do the commentary.
That
would just leave the booth.
Oh,
and
absolutely. I mean, that would be amazing. But I think they have a very busy media schedule. They've been all over the place.
Right,
know.
yeah. I follow them on Facebook, and they've been everywhere. They've
ringing
been
the
New York,
opening
yeah,
bell in New
right.
York at the stock exchange and this hockey game last night. But, I mean, people would be super excited. But I don't think it's happening.
If they had maybe 10 minutes in their schedule, which they don't now.
Well, we're also a little out of the way.
Well, if they're in Annapolis, they're right here.
Who knows where they are now. Yeah, sorry about these camera angles. It's a little tricky on sheet A.
Yeah, we can see the far end, but it's really hard to see the close end. That's why we're trying to give you the overhead shot when we can.
Yeah, you can see the guards in this shot, and at least half the guards, and then the other way. So it looks like a well-lined guard in yellow. Andy's calling for control weight, hit and roll there. Nope.
Trying to make use of the hammer there. Got to keep the front open so that he can use his last rock to score a point. They gave up 2 ends and they gave up the 4th and the 5th. Let them steal in the 5th.
Sorry, I just realized I've been showing you a mirror image of the house, which is not helpful. So sorry if you were confused by that.
Nice draw there. Protect the shot rock. Not really counting, but at least challenging the red to make a harder shot.
I mean, if we get just off goes and flop here, that's okay too.
This is AJ Hoyer throwing Vice Rocks. Nice
Gets
shot.
rid of the guard. Yeah. Well, was a in the house guard. Thank you very much.
Putting up the score on sheet C, it's 5-1. It looked like Albany took one. And I see handshakes on sheet D, so that is Ardsley for the win.
Yeah, Potomac on sheet D took one in the first end, and then Ardsley took one, and it looked like it was going to be a very close game, but then Ardsley started stealing three, stole three again, and I don't know how many points they scored in this end, but it was already 10-1 when they started this end, so Potomac needed a big score there.
Yeah, I'm not sure the final score was, but listing it as final of 10. Although I see that runs off our digital scoreboard here. There, that's better. So this is Andy's first rock here. They're keep getting rid of that same yellow rock, kind of.
Now try to get that double there. Hitting it on the nose would probably give them a double.
Looks like what he's calling for.
And looks like he's coming with a pretty heavy takeout play. Managed to get the front one, didn't move the back one much, but it's
moved it some.
It's a better condition now. The issue is that yellow is going to try to put another guard up.
Yeah, and the outside wall on this sheet is a little tricky. Rocks tend not to come back if you get too close. So we still have two games going on sheet A and sheet C. I believe these are both the C event semifinals.
No, the sheet, yeah, they're both the C event semifinals.
So we know that the B event final will be Philadelphia 2, the Boilermakers, against Ardsley Gerlach.
Yes.
Who are the two winners of the games we just watched.
That's right.
And I'm sure somebody will update the draw online to reflect that. That's not our department.
Yellow trying to hit that rock that red just put in there.
And they've got it.
They got the hit, but they rolled out to the outside, leaving their rock exposed for Andy's last rock here. Andy looking for an option to score 3. I don't see much there. Maybe a double there, but that would come from the center out if you want to try that. Or you just go for the shot rock and take your 1.
Potomac's currently up 1.
Up 1, then you're up 2, which is pretty good without hammer.
It's only the 6th end, so
Right.
and they've definitely got room for.
So I would
Probably
go for
2
the rock
more.
in the back. If they needed that score or if they were trailing, maybe the attempt to get the 3 points would be better, but I would play it safe and go for the back rock there.
Looks like that's what they're doing.
The ice certainly looks like that.
And so this is hammer, right? Yeah.
And he's doing the intern, lefty intern.
Yeah, Andy's a lefty, which sometimes
Confuses when you're calling intern or out turn, but yeah. I could see that he was starting the intern.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not curling much.
No.
Might hit that guard. That would be pretty bad.
No, it's passed.
Oh, past the guard. Okay.
Oh yeah, it looks really good actually.
But it's still
Rolls out.
steal of 1 for yellow.
Okay, so
Game
now we're
out.
tied. This is
Tied after 6.
getting exciting.
And an update on sheet C. Red scored 2.
Oh, so they did.
So now it's 5-3 there, with the Albany team throwing yellow rocks with hammer in the 7th.
Looks a bit light, maybe.
Yeah, it should be okay for a guard. It's not going to be a 3 guard, probably a 2 guard.
Sweepers were on it right away. Oh, and the skip has come out to help sweep, okay? You're right.
Managed to get it over the line. It's on the center line.
Probably
so
a
it's a
2
good
guard.
guard.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit far out.
Andy's calling for corner guard. Whoops, I made a mistake in this score. Is that, no, it should be 5-5, right?
It's 5-5,
Yeah.
yes. Attempt looks a little bit heavy. No, they're sweeping to just get it farther in.
That's
Top 12 there. Bucks County trying to follow there and put it in the house and out counting the red rock. And they do it.
Yep.
So Andy's going to try to hit that, roll inside. That's on Joe Morrison's shot. Knowing sheet A, he's putting the broom right in front of the rock. Knows it doesn't curl much when you're trying to go away from the wall. Just flashed it there.
Curled more than
It
expected.
did curl, yep.
Yeah, sheet A is
Or
tricky.
needed more weight.
Could be about hack, maybe. Hack or
Yeah, a
bumper.
lot of people are trying to throw lightweight hits. Maybe they're afraid that they're not accurate enough on the heavy hits. But you got to work on your heavy hits and be accurate on those, because when the ice starts to get unpredictable, you want to have more control of where the rock's going to go so it doesn't over curl. And then that's when you start throwing your heavy hits.
they splitting the house here?
I think that's still an out turn, so he's trying to put one in front of his.
Oh, it is, okay.
Or just freeze to his.
Okay.
Makes it hard to double them out.
Yeah. I mean, red is, I don't know. Red looks like it's 2.
Yeah, Andy's calling for a hit on the one closest to the button there. What makes it hard is that if it curls a little bit more, then you end up hitting the front one, and you don't take out the rock that you really need to take out. But if you can get enough of a roll there, you can hide behind the long guard.
He also doesn't want to jam it on his own rock.
Yeah, I think that trying to go for the double, the top one is going to end up jamming on the red. Matt Hamilton with the throw here. I think he's already on the other one. Yeah, ended up getting the jam there.
That's kind of worst case scenario there.
The danger of hitting the front one.
Yeah. They lost their other red rock and the shooter.
The real Matt Hamilton would have made the shot.
Well, I mean, this is a 5 and under, and you know.
Well, Ben is a great curler. All the guys on this
Absolutely.
team I've curled with all of them.
So have I.
I don't think I've curled with Andy. I think I've curled against Andy a few times. But Ben was on my team for Men's League, and Joe is on my team for Thursday Night League.
Yeah, I played in a spiel with them. I think AJ couldn't make it, so I ended up getting called in, and we did the fun spiel. And people just kept telling me how ridiculous I looked, you know, being short next to next to Joe and Ben sweeping.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy was skipping, and I was playing. I can't remember if it was front end or vice. It's a couple years ago.
Now yellow got one all the way in the back. Andrew is looking for a hit on the front one, roll behind the long guard. He really needs to start getting points on the board now because after giving up 2 steals, the game is now tied.
Do you know what the rule is on the clock? Finish the end and play one more, or
finish the end you're playing.
Okay.
So they're okay there because they're playing the 7th already. Got the double there.
Nice.
And he's pretty close to the yellow, but it's not really covering or frozen.
They're calling for the hit roll.
I think that he's just trying to, is he really trying to hit and roll there?
Well, maybe not, because it would roll right into the yellow.
I think he's just trying to draw into that gap.
Oh, I see.
Yes, yes. Hard.
They might be on their own. Yep.
Just change theirs. I think Andy should ignore the red there that he has there. Not worry about guarding it or anything.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Just put one behind the guard.
That's what he's calling.
They've been concentrating play close to the wall there. They should get away from the wall, go back to the center line.
Usually on this sheet, you find that everybody's putting their rocks all to the, you know, to the opposite side of the center line.
For AJ's first shot.
No worries to Ian, who, yeah, the resolution changes on YouTube sometimes, and, you know, things get blurry, so no problem. That did not curl as much and is a little deeper than they were aiming for. It's hard to tell given the camera, but I think it's pretty exposed.
It's absolutely exposed. The long yellow guard is on the center line, so that red
Yeah,
is
it's the
open
right
in
of the
the back.
center.
And the Bucks County skip is looking at that and saying, okay, let's hit it. And where do we roll? Do we roll out towards the wall, or do we roll towards the center where we can stay more exposed but closer to the center? You're certainly going with a heavy hit. Not trusting the curl to get to the rock, but go heavy.
Looks like they've got it.
They got it, and
oh,
a very
and a nice
good roll.
Yeah. That's going to be hard to remove.
Yeah, but at this point, you just ignore that one. You know you're not going to get to it. Ignore that. You know that your other red is not going to count. You really have to get those rocks behind the guard.
And sheet C, yellow is currently sitting 1. And the red skip just threw his first rock.
Viewers shot a little bit light. They're trying to sweep it hard to get it in the house. Not sure if it's going to make it there. Made it to the house, and they just outcount that yellow. Good on the top 8 there. Probably half buried.
Yeah, I mean, it's just on the left side of the center line, and the guard is on the right side.
And Bucks County is going to try to hit that. Hopefully stay behind the guard. Make it very hard for the Potomac team to take their one in this one.
Well, they get one more end. So it's really important. It's only one to have the advantage of the hammer.
It's taking a long time, and it's not coming back. That's the danger of the light hits here.
It's not much of a hit weight. It's about T-line. I guess a little more.
They look pretty much the same from the pin. Both players looking at I think that he's going for the run back on the red. If he can get that, he might even be able to get to 3 here. Tried to go with the doctor's oath, do no harm.
He's the wrong kind of doctor, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he's just going for the draw. It's a little bit light. Those guys should get on there and start sweeping. Yeah.
Yeah, it's light. All 3 of them. They're all strong sweepers, but
if it's
can only do so much. Yeah, and it's like a 3 guard.
So what is it? It's a measure, or? Oh, no, they still have more rocks to play.
Yeah, right. I think that was Andy's first rock, wasn't it?
That was his first rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so each skip has 1 more rock. So what is going on? It looks like on sheet C, hammer rock is all that's left.
And yellow has 1, scoring 1 right now.
So yellow has the opportunity for 2 on sheet C.
Looks like it's a little bit wide there. I don't know if it's going to come back to be able to get the red out. They're not sweeping at all.
Yeah, I think it's going to flash.
Got a little
Oh,
piece there.
Huh.
Still don't know if it's red or yellow there.
Yeah.
At least from the overhead camera, we don't know who's closer.
Well, looking at the guys in the house, they don't seem to know either.
So what do you do then? Do you run your red back into it, or do you draw another one?
I mean, if they could run that red back.
He's gonna run another. He's gonna.
But they
draw
gotta make.
another one.
If they run it back though, the
It's
yellow.
gotta be perfect.
The yellow on the tee is gonna jam on the one in the back and might not count. He's just gonna draw.
Yeah, or even worse, hit that and run across the house and hit the red out. And
Yeah, it could be a disaster. Well, Andy's playing it
Play
more
it safe.
conservative. He's doing
Yeah.
the draw. He's just got to make this now, and then
yeah,
it'll
if
be
he
for.
needed 2 or 3 to win the game, then that would have to be the shot. But
Well, if he's going into the last end without hammer, he wants to score more than one.
yes. That looks a little bit heavy.
They're not sweeping it.
Maybe he's using the other one as backing. Maybe he thinks that it's not counting.
Oh, I think it's good.
It's good. It's good for the one.
It's good for one. So it depends on what's going on with that other rock. So
Got the
they're still
measuring
not
device.
sure. Yeah.
Measuring device action.
Yeah. By the way, on sheet C, it looks like Albany took 2, so that is 7-3, and they are continuing into the 8th end.
Yep, they're
Yeah,
going to
gonna
get
measure.
the measuring device.
Well, luckily they don't have to cross other sheets of play since the measure is just there hanging off sheet A. There's requests for some showing of sheet C. Sheet A is much tighter game. Let's see what happens here. I guess it was red, so red scored 2.
So Potomac's 2 points ahead on sheet A. And on sheet C, we have Albany leading the game. Right now on sheet C, there are no rocks in the house. There are 2 red guards on the right side. So Albany is trying to get their rock. Oh, they're trying to hit the guard that was just placed now that the free guard zone is over. So yellow is playing safe here with their 4-point lead. Now back to sheet A that we're showing right now. Potomac puts 1 in the house on the top 12. Lots of sweeping at the end. C. Everybody wants to see sheet C.
Yeah, we'll take a vote. Who wants to see A or C? Because actually the game's at 7-5 and 7-3, or 3-7. Any other preferences?
Sheet C looks like it's going to be yellow trying to hit the red rocks out.
Okay, we got 1 vote for A, 1 vote for... It's tied right now, 2-A, 2C. All right, it's looking like A.
Okay, we'll keep showing A. That's the closest game. But we'll try to keep you updated on what's happening on sheet C. Red still, on sheet C, red still has 2 rocks in front of the house, 2 guards. They just tried to draw behind, but they were too heavy. So red still has 2 rocks, 2 guards, and yellow's going to try to take them out. On sheet C, yellow was successful in taking out one of the red guards and spilled theirs. On sheet A, we have red with 2 rocks in the house and one of them partially behind the yellow guard.
They trying to get a double on that?
I think he's trying to go straight for the one that's shot.
It's hard to tell from where you place the broom.
On sheet C, Plainfield just put 1 in the house, but it's open. It didn't curl all the way behind the guard. So Albany's going to try to hit the rock in sheet C. Bucks County tried to, actually they tried to draw to the rock that Potomac had in the 4-foot, but they ended up just tapping theirs into the house. Andy is calling now for a 12-foot on the front 12 to protect the shot rock. Maybe short would be good too. Frozen would be good too. If there's separation and an easy double, that's not going to be good. Yellow through the house on sheet C, so red has 1 inside the house and is going to try to put the second one. Can we get both overhead shots?
I don't think we can, although we could switch to the overhead on the other sheet.
But then we don't see anything that's happening.
Yeah,
You don't know how to get the
I don't know.
two overheads.
I'm sure there is a way. I could grab Michael to try to do that. I'll be right back. Let me check on that.
On sheet C now, red, which is Plainfield, they just put another rock in front of theirs, which the Albany team is going to try to hit the front one and hopefully get 1 or 2 out. Is he coming here to do that? No?
All right, I asked our expert on the webcasting system, and he said no, it is not possible, because I think they're both controlled by this box up here.
Oh, that's right.
So
yes.
we can only show one.
We have a splitter box above our booth that selects which overhead camera we can show.
But we can't show 2. I think just the way the system's wired up. We're doing our best to confuse you by calling 2 games at once, but we can't show you both.
On sheet C, the yellow rock is incoming. It's going to hit one of the reds, but not both. And the yellow rock spilled across the house, but not totally out. It's biting 8. So on sheet C, we have red rocks with 1 shot. Yep. 1 for now, and a second rock is a yellow. Back to sheet A. Andy is calling, I think it's a hit on the yellow there, or maybe he's just drawing around there and trying to protect his shot rock.
I guess, yeah, if he's drawing.
Probably a draw weight there. I don't think he's
drawing
trying
to the left of the
yellow,
yeah. So this is our Matt Hamilton impersonator, Ben Keen's last rock.
And if they can make it around that guard, that's going to be good there. Oh, they did.
Nice.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, he's going to tap at their own rock. No,
just
no.
missed
come to the side of it,
now
yeah.
this new rock is the one that's shot.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's buried behind that guard on the
Bucks
center
County
line.
trying to get to hit that, roll inside, maybe hit both. It's not going to be easy to hit both.
It's not a great port there, which I really can't show you very well on these cameras. Let's just keep the overhead.
Because of the far guard that you don't see on the overhead camera.
You can see it on the left there. I'll just keep this. This is the best view. Keep this open. Yeah, we're really set up nicely for sheet B, but trying to show these games on the other sheets is tricky.
It looks like he's going to hit his own yellow there.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So he
almost got it, but ended up, his rock ended up reversing course there and going away from the tee line.
They certainly opened things up, and now both of those, well, certainly the one one on the left is exposed. Okay, so Andy's calling to rock at the top of the 4
Oh, wow.
to protect.
To protect the shot rock, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would try to leave mine a little bit farther up. Those 2 yellow are not stacked in a way that they can really hit the shot rock.
He really doesn't want to set up a double here, though.
And coming back to sheet C, I think that we've seen all that could happen. Red still has 2 rocks to throw, but they have only 1 in the house.
And the house is wide open.
And the house is wide open, but and I don't think there's anything that they can split in.
Back in sheet A, it looks a little heavy.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be past the back of the 4-foot. It helps a little because you have more traffic in the back to stop your rocks.
Yeah, but they could draw just right into the button. Although
but they need 2 points.
They need 2 points. You're
Yes.
right. And I believe we go to an extra end if it's tied.
Yes, they do.
And there's a
On
gap
sheet
before the final.
C now, it might be the last shot. Red has to get it in the house. They're trying to go for a freeze.
It looks
no,
heavy.
They're trying to draw behind here.
On sheet C, it looks heavy.
Sheet
He's sweeping behind the rock.
Yeah.
That's only so useful.
You can only do that once in a game. If you try to do it twice, the rock just speeds
He
up.
did it with a lot of enthusiasm, though. Oh, okay.
It's still in the house. That's pretty good.
Not counting, though, I don't think.
They can go for the yellow later.
Okay, back to sheet A. I missed what happened.
I don't know what happened, but right now, Red is counting 3, and they're gonna, and Andy is gonna try to put the guard up. I think
they moved a yellow rock around.
They
That was
moved
in the
the
front.
guard, I think.
Yeah, the guard. So Andy's again trying to protect. He's got 3 rocks counting right now.
to put the guard close to the center line there. I don't know how on sheet C how Red can get 4 points here.
Yeah.
They have hammer, but they only have 3 rocks in the house. 2 rocks in the house.
The back, the third one, might be a biter.
Oh yeah, that's why I hadn't seen that. That was behind the column for me. Oh, that's an excellent shot on sheet A.
Yeah,
put the
AJ just
guard
threw
there.
a guard there on the center line. And Bucks is peeling it.
Yeah, they need an open line, but they're running out of rocks. They have to score 2 to tie there.
Yeah.
On sheet C, yellow just missed their shot, which opens up Red to score a 4 here if they can hit that.
Without jamming.
If they can hit that without jamming and without losing the shooter. So I think that slightly off center would make it.
So over on sheet A, instead of peeling the guard, they knocked another red one back into the house, which then knocked out another red.
Now we have Red shot 1 and 2 on sheet A.
Yeah, and they're calling for a guard, it looks like. Or maybe just controlling the top of the 4.
Just muck up the front now. That's all he has to do. He doesn't need to score 1. He doesn't need to.
No, he just needs to make the draw not there, which it is totally there now.
Yeah, because there's still 2 yellow rocks to throw, and they need the 2 points. So block 1, and if they can't make the first one, then it's going to be really hard to score a 2 there.
All right, back on sheet C.
Rock is incoming.
This
It
is
has
hammer.
to hit that yellow out and stick,
And their
then they
sweepers
will
are on
score
it.
4.
Yeah, and they have to not jam on the rock behind it. So they're trying to hit the edge. I think they've... And it jammed.
Oh, and it jammed. It was very
Handshake.
close there.
So it was...
Maybe if they hadn't swept, it might have
Yeah.
curled a little more and just
So that
run
was
it through the back.
That was 3
That was a very
for
close.
red, which left us at a final score of 7-6 on sheet C, Albany over Bonspiel.
Back to sheet A. Andy's first rock is incoming. He is
Sweeper's
trying to
sweeping hard.
block the shot straight into the shot rock, and
Looks
he
pretty
does
good.
it pretty well. But that leaves the run back, which is probably what they're going to have to do, or maybe. I think they have to run back the center one.
All right, this leaves one game going on right now. The game our feature game, sheet A. Potomac versus Bucks County. So Bucks has 2 rocks left, and they need 2 points to tie. So they're looking at running back the guard on the center line. They've got to just perfectly nose it to not jam on the guard, or the rocks in the 8 and 12 foot. So I can try to turn up the ambient. That might actually work now, because they're the only team in there. Oh, no one's talking, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, the shot is a run back with the yellow, trying to get it to the 4 foot and hit the red there.
It's tricky. Doesn't seem
But
pleased
that's the only
with
shot that he has.
yeah, with this option, but that is all he has.
Well, the other option would be to try to draw around and out-count him, and then with the last rock out-count him again, which would be even harder.
I guess they're saving the draw for the last rock.
Hard. Hard. All right, roll the shooter after it hits.
Looks pretty good.
Roll it on the way.
Oh, no, it just curled too much.
And it's out. I think that's going to throw the rest of the rocks.
Well, Andrew has a chance here to close the whole thing. Put the guard back up there.
This is.
I really don't.
I don't see how Bucks could get
score 2, right?
Well, you know, we're going to finish out at the end. That's totally fair. Or at least finish out this rock. Make sure Andy doesn't somehow knock out his own rocks, you know, which would be tragic.
Promote your opponents, or
somehow promote a yellow, knock it'd out all the reds. It'd be a sad tale.
Yeah, sometimes you're trying to make a very good shot, and you end up promoting an opponent's rock or taking out your shot rock.
There's some chatter in the chat window. I'm not sure what they're referring to. He definitely just stopped the red stone and moved it back. Maybe that was a couple rocks ago when we weren't looking.
Yeah, they're talking about the rocket double up the middle. So if Andrew doesn't close the middle, they can go with the rocket through the middle, hit one red and then the other red.
All 3 of them are sweeping.
And it doesn't look like it's curling enough there. Oof. Oh, it did close. It did close the hole there. I don't know. No, there's no space to. What can he do now? I don't see any shot.
Oh no, just high fives, not handshakes.
The position of those 2 yellows in the house means that they can't really get to the red.
I mean, coming through that, I don't know. Sort of the angle double raise. They hit that one.
Yellow into red, and the red takes the other 2 reds.
Oof.
Or yellow into yellow, and that yellow takes the 2 reds.
That's really hard.
But that's the only thing.
I mean,
they have to get rid of the 2 reds. The thing is, those 2 yellows are not angled in a way that
no, that's not
they're
helpful.
really protecting the shot
because
rock.
if they hit the top one, it's got to either clear the back yellow, in which it just flies out, or it's not going to get to button.
Now hear me.
Or they hit both, and they're both going the wrong direction.
Throw triple peel at the rock that's right on the corner closest to us. Oof. It goes all the way to the middle, hits the back one.
Could they
just
really,
slightly?
But could they hit that
back
without
up.
Going out? Because it's pretty close to the sideline.
Oh no, you're going to use the shooter to go in.
Oh, I see. Okay, hit and roll off.
Come in and hit that yellow on the outside here, just close to the sideline. But they wouldn't have enough energy to hit both reds out of play. They would have to throw like a quadruple peel weight.
I mean, we do have very lively rocks since they're fairly new. So, you know, it's
but I don't think that
possible.
our ice
I don't think our ice would cooperate.
What they're looking at is probably a better chance, even though it's really hard.
the ambient mic all the way up, but I can't hear much discussion. Oh, here we go.
Now looking at the angles for the red to go out,
Red
run
into
back
the
on the yellow,
yellows, even
and
so.
lose that. That might be the best shot, but he really needs to lose everything. Get both out and the shooter.
He needs like a long raise to double out the rocks in the 4-foot. That's what he's calling, though.
Yeah, that's good because that's a straight run back.
But then he has to not stick around with the
Right,
the
it's
rock
going
he's
to
running.
be a very light kiss on the front one and then a very light kiss on the back one and roll out.
Oh, goodness. If he pulls this off.
Yeah! It's going to be heavy. Yeah.
Everyone in the warm room is watching this right now. No.
Oh.
All
It was worth a try.
It was worth a try. So in the end,
It
I
was
guess
a good game.
looks like that was 2 red. So the final score is 9-5, Potomac 2 for Bucks County 3. So I think that's a wrap. We will be back on in another stream in at noon. We'll start the stream a few minutes beforehand. But thanks for watching, and at least I'll be back at noon, and I think with a couple different commentators.
Yeah, there are lots of commentators for noon.
Yes, should be an interesting match of all 4 finals for the end of this tournament. So,
okay.
Thanks.
I hope you guys
Signing off.
enjoying it, and have fun watching the finals.